everyone, welcome to the class. This is Harita, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmaceutics. Today I am going to start with the B.Pharmacy third semester Physical Pharmaceutics I, and in that the first unit, Solubility of Drugs. See, whenever the syllabus is framed, it will be framed in such a way that the unit 1 will be the total basics, and then it will be taken forward with the other advanced topics. So, it being the first unit, here in this particular unit, you will be knowing about the basic components of the physical pharmacy. So what does this physical pharmacy actually is? Physical pharmacy actually it is nothing but what actually happens within the drug. Okay, because we'll be dealing, being a pharmacist, will be dealing mostly with the drugs, is it not? So the physical pharmacy is nothing but how physically the drug is present and what are the physical changes that will happen within the drug. Okay, so coming to the first unit, we are going to discuss about the solubility of the drugs. So before going to the solubility, the actual term solubility, I would like to tell you here about the term called as a solution. So what is a solution? Here the solution is nothing but a homogeneous component. I call it as a homogeneous component where it consists of two components, that is a solute and a solvent. It consists of a solute as well as a solvent. So what are these two components? For you to understand at this point of time, the one that is present in minimum quantity, okay, the one that is present in minimum quantity is called as a solute, and the one that is present in maximum quantity, it is called as a solvent. So the solution, it is a combination of solute as well as a solvent. So here when we discuss about the solubility, now as you know about the solution, now we have to discuss about the solubility. Solubility here is nothing but when you take a solute, when it is completely dissolving in the solvent, then it is called as a solubility. Suppose here I have taken certain solute, say this is as a salt, okay, which the common salt that we use, and I have taken a tumbler of water. And now I have added this salt into the water where the salt has become mixed or it has been dissolved and it has made it as a salt solution. It has made it as a salt solution. So here, how much quantity of salt we are taking? A minimum quantity. So here salt is called as a solute, and water we are taking it as a maximum quantity. It is called as a solvent. And when solute has been dissolved in the solvent, it is giving the salt solution. So dissolving here, what do you mean by the dissolving here? It is nothing but the disappearing. Dissolving is nothing but the disappearing here. So whenever you are adding this salt to the water, you cannot observe the water in the salt because it has been mixed up or it has been dissolved. So now it is called as a solution. So in how much, whenever we say like this, suppose if I take 1 gram of the salt and if I dissolve it in 100 ml, it will dissolve. If I take 100 grams of the salt and if I want to dissolve it in 100 ml of the water, does it get dissolved? We have to do it an experiment, okay? So for that reason, in order to define this solubility, we have taken a minimum quantity of the solute to be solubilized in the given amount of the solvent, okay? The minimum amount of the solute to be solubilized in the given amount of the solvent, then it is called as a solubility. So what is that given amount of the solvent? So suppose here we have the solute and it has to be dissolved in given amount of solvent, and the given amount is nothing but the 100 ml. Okay, so the given amount here is nothing but the 100 ml. Whatever the amount of salt that you are taking or solute that you are taking, if it is being dissolved in 100 ml of the solvent, not more than that. Because if you want to dissolve 1 kg of the solvent, you can, 1 kg of the solute, you can take 5 liters of the solvent and you can dissolve it. At that time, you cannot say it as a soluble. Okay, so for that reason, we should take certain fixed amount of the solvent. For example, whenever you are writing tests, there will be certain minimum percentage of the marks, so that only you will be considered as a pass. Or else, those who got 10 marks or those who got 20 marks are also considered, if they are also considered as pass, then there is no value of getting the knowledge, or there is no value of the persons who are getting more than 80% of the marks. So we will keep certain limit there. What is the limit? Usually 40% or 50% will be the limit. So the people who are getting 40, whatever the prescribed limit, say here it as a 40%, the people who are getting the 40% of the marks are considered as a pass students. In the same way here, how much amount of the solute that is being dissolved in the 100 ml of the solvent, then we call it as a solubilized, or we call it as a solubility parameter. Okay, so whenever they ask you to write the definition, then you have to write it as the amount of the solute that can be dissolved in 100 ml of the solvent is called as a solubility. Okay, that is called as a solubility.